Oh no, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Oh no, and welcome back to Match Day Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And that's well, actually, Friday, tomorrow night, I do believe, Manchester United have to face Tottenham in the return of the Premier League, in which I thought was never going to happen, but thank God it has happened, because Jesus, them couple of months without football, yeah, I've struggled without Man United football. Anyway, so for the team against Spurs, obviously we've got a fully fit team, except from I think there's two injuries, isn't there? Jones and someone else, I think. But I think, pretty much the whole team is fit. So I've just gone with I think what might happen is probably we'll have De Gea, obviously Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Rashford, Pogba and Fernandes maybe for the first time ever, McTominay and Dan James, I reckon, on the right hand side, or it could be Juan Mata, but by the end of the night, it might be a totally different team because we're allowed 5 substitutes, aren't we? So it could look a totally different team. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's play match, and I can't even remember what the last result was. We beat Man City, didn't we? I think we beat them 2-0. That's all I remember. I know McTominay scored and Martial scored, but I think that was the last game. And then we had Lask Linz in the Europa League, didn't we? And then every team stopped. So yeah, that's all I can remember. It was back in March. Was it back in March or February? I'm not too sure. But yeah, we definitely. It's been a long time without football. Anyway, so what has happened since then? Not much really. Obviously, we've been linked with every footballer going. Obviously, Sancho. We've been linked with pretty much everyone in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, because now we're in June. Obviously, the transfer window opens on. I think it does open the 1st of July. I'm not too sure because obviously today. Timo Werner, another player who Man United was linked with, signed for Chelsea of all people. Yeah, there's that. And then obviously, who else have we been linked with? Kai Havertz, obviously from the German league. We're pretty much linked with everyone, haven't we? Really. Go on in, Rashford all the way. Can we get the first goal back? Oh, Martial. Oh, unlucky. So yeah. I've lost my trail of thought. Anyway, we did play a couple of friendlies recently as well. We played a squad 11v11 in the squad. I think we played twice, didn't we, against both teams. I think it was like Bruno Fernandes and Pogba on different sides, and we played totally different teams. And then we was supposed to play. Not Norwich. We were supposed to play Stoke City, weren't we, as well? But then, obviously, one of their players was tested positive due to, what's been going round. But also, go on in, Rashford. Go on in, Martial to put it in. Or not. Yeah, but in the end, we faced. I do believe we faced. West Brom, where one game we won 3-1, and then the other game we lost 2-1 in the same day. It's like two totally different teams, and apparently the one with Paul Pogba and Fernandes lost. So it's going to be a tough game. I think them little friendlies. I think they've obviously helped the. Rashford with a shot there. We've obviously helped all the. All the first team, and there's been a couple of youngsters as well training with Man United. I do believe I forgot that guy who's been training with him. He's with the first team. He's a centre back, I do believe. I forgot what his name was. It's gonna be an interesting game because obviously last night Sheffield United and Aston Villa and obviously Man City, Arsenal played last night, and it showed both four teams were struggling. That's a penalty. Jesus. Sanchez. Oh, this has been updated. It's got the BLM on the back of the side. Look, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think they're going to do that for Man United. I think, they changed the kits due to the, all the deaths and the coronavirus and all that stuff. And obviously, the Black Lives Matter situation as well. I think they're changing the crest to a heart crest, and then they're gonna have thank you to the NHS or something like that. Also, let's talk about the crowds. No crowds. It's weird. It's really weird, especially with the crowd noises as well. Because I did watch the Bundesliga when it first started with no crowd, and it was so weird to watch. And then obviously we played that Europa League game in Linz against Lask Linz, where there was no crowd, and I don't know if I like it or not. It's so weird. And watching the two games yesterday, that was really weird to say. Obviously, we've got a really tough start to the return of the Premier League. Obviously, we've got not Newcastle. We've got Spurs today, and then we've got Sheffield United on Wednesday, I do believe, at 6 o'clock. And then I do believe we do have our FA Cup game against Norwich. So I think that's next Saturday. So I wouldn't be surprised, we pick a couple injuries around this time. There's going to be so many games as well in this period. But, I think what they should have just done is just called it off. I don't think they should have called it off, but I think, maybe reduce the couple games left instead of playing all the games in 4 weeks or something. And then obviously we got Europa League as well to deal with. I think that came out yesterday as well about it's being hosted in Germany across a couple of stadiums, and obviously the Champions League being held in Lisbon. So yeah, we got that. I do believe we got that after the season finishes. So obviously that'll be our mid-season. That'll be our friendlies pretty much, wouldn't it? The Europa League quarterfinals and finals. I mean, we pretty much didn't we win 5-0? I'm pretty sure we won 5-0 against Linz. So, I don't think we need our second leg against Linz, to be honest. We can rest our team, rest our players for that leg. But obviously, for the semi-final and quarterfinals, and we'll have to sort out. They'll have to sort something out as well. I wouldn't be surprised if United did sign someone in next month or this month. We're going to try and get our players before next season. I still don't know when the next season's going to start yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be September. They've come out with. I'm pretty sure, and also I do believe they've extended the transfer window till I think it's come out today. UEFA, we're trying to get it to finish 5th of October, which is a bit of a late one, but obviously there's that. There's just going to be so much football. Obviously, the Euros are supposed to be on this week as well, which kind of annoyed me, but obviously we got the Premier League back, so that's all we care about. And hopefully, the next couple of weeks will be a good couple of weeks for Man United, and hopefully get Champions League qualification. If not, try and win Europa League or FA Cup this season. Wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but all depends on obviously Man City's situation as well. If they get postponed from the Champions League, I do believe that's supposed to be dealt with in the next couple of weeks as well. Their situation, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. If fifth place does come available to the Champions League and stuff like that, but I don't know. So anyway, tomorrow night, Manchester United face Spurs. Obviously, Spurs gonna have all their best players back now. Obviously, they did have no Harry Kane, but obviously he's back, and I do believe Mourinho did come out and say that him and Son and Sissoko will play a start against Manchester United. So obviously we beat them at Old Trafford back in December, was it? Oh, Pogba was shot there. But obviously, you know, we're going to have most of our team back as well. Obviously, the main man, Pogba. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if he can play with Bruno Fernandes, because, you know, if that doesn't work, you know, there'll be question marks over him. You know, going. You know, him being sold. I would say this summer, but it is summer, isn't it, really? So we don't know what's going to happen, really, with signings. I hope we do make a couple signings. I really do hope that we sign Sancho. We've been heavily linked with him, and apparently he does want to leave Borussia Dortmund. So if we can get him this summer, I'd be happy, because, you know, we've still got a couple of good defenders still. Maybe like him and a defender. Maybe. And then obviously we extended Agallo. How did I forget about Agallo? We extended Agallo's loan till January, didn't we? Got confirmed. Was that last week or the week before? It was one of the. I think it was last week, but yeah, that got confirmed. So obviously he's back until January, which is a huge plus. Just in case, you know, we don't sign any strikers this transfer window. You know, we've got him as a backup. Obviously, we've got him and Martial. I wouldn't be surprised if Martial and him both play tomorrow. You know, obviously with the 5 substitutions as well, anything can happen. So we've finished 1-0. I reckon it will be quite a boring game. You know, with the Man City one was a pretty boring game until obviously David Luiz came on. And then obviously the Aston Villa one drew 0-0. So it probably will be like a type of friendly type of game. So I doubt many goals will be in it. I reckon it might be a draw, 1-1 draw. I mean, 1-1 draw maybe. I think I want Man United to win, but I've got a feeling we might draw. Like 0-0 or 1-1 or something like that. I don't think there's going to be many goals in it. But then again, I've said that before, and we beat them 2-1, I think, at home, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so for my score prediction, I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go... Do you know what? I will go 1-0 Man United. I reckon Man United might just nick it and then hold... You know, might get an early goal and then just hold on to it. Or it might be 1-1 or something like that. Anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it here. So please like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye.